The Oahu real estate market stats for October 2024 have just been released, and we saw a significant increase in the number of single-family home sales last month, while prices for homes and condos was generally flat. I'll talk about that coming up next. Aloha and welcome to the Oahu Market Report for October 2024 by Sotheby's International Realty. I'm Scott Startzman with the High Estates team and two-decade Oahu realtor. The Oahu single-family home numbers for October showed a significant increase in the number of sales this past month, with sales increasing by 22.5% compared to the same time last year. This is a direct result from the fact that interest rates in September dropped to around 6.5%, down from 8% earlier in the year, and the Fed announced they would begin cutting rates as inflation was showing signs of cooling. That news and lower interest rates gave more buyers confidence to move into the market to buy a home. The number of homes that went into escrow this past month also increased by 30% as well, showing the strength in the number of people that are sitting on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to change to get into the market. The median sales price for a single-family home for October was $1.1 million, which was no change from the same time last year. Both the median and the average price were unchanged compared to October of 2023. I did feel an increase in the movement during that time from buyer activity, but the pending election did keep a number of people on the sideline for the time being. The median number of days a home is on the market before going into escrow is down 11.1% to 16 days. That's still pretty quick speed of sale and shows the continued demand in the home market. The number of homes actively available for sale on the market increased this past month to 741 homes compared to the same time last year. However, inventory decreased from last month. Inventory is still significantly restricted, and I always quote pre-pandemic inventory levels for perspective, which in 2019, the lowest number of homes actively available for sale at any month was 1,641. In doing so, sellers are getting on average 99.3% of their asking price and 31%, or nearly 1 in every 3 homes sold, for above their asking price. For condos, the numbers were stronger this past month, but are clearly still being impacted by the condo insurance situation. As I mentioned before, premiums for condos insurance have gone up, either forcing boards to increase maintenance fees or underinsure the buildings. This has caused issues for getting loans on certain buildings or the requirement for portfolio loans at higher interest rates. There are roughly 400 buildings across the state that are affected by this, that the impact is showing up affecting the condo sales figures. Even with the insurance issue, the median sales price for condos in October was up 1.9% to $525,000, though the year-to-date price is up only 0.6%, so we're effectively going sideways on price this year. The number of sales were up 1.5% from the same time last year, and the median days a condo was on the market for sale increased last month to 23 days. This is most likely an indication that the buildings impacted by the insurance situation are taking longer to sell. Inventory levels grew a decent amount in the condo market as well, as we now have 1,957 condos actively available for sale. That is up 49.4% compared to the same time last year. Now, that is still below the pre-pandemic numbers of over 2,400 condos available for sale, but we have had an increase in inventory and we are pushing much closer to a balanced market. That is leading sellers to getting 98% of their list price, and 17% of condos last month sold for more than full price. In summary, mortgage interest rates declined again on lower inflation numbers and weaker economic news, and the Fed announced it will begin its rate cuts. What we saw from that was buyers moving into the market, and sales went up 22%, while pending sales or homes in escrow increased 30%. That is a very real indication of what will happen as rates drop. We still had a lot of people wanting to wait to see how the election turned out, and interest rates went back up to 7%, so that put some softness on the sales side. Now, since that time, interest rates went back up to above 7% on stronger than expected economic data. Combine that with the election hesitation, and I expect softer numbers for the end of the year, but it is again a warning to those waiting for rates to drop. You will be facing more competition to buy when rates do permanently move down. The latest prediction is that mortgage interest rates by the end of 2025 could be in the high 5% or low 6% range, and the Fed just announced another quarter-point rate drop. For sellers, the inventory is still restricted and prices are up modestly for the year by 4.8%. And now that we have gotten past the election and once we get past the holidays, I expect the new year will yield more strength for homes and condos in 2025. We'll have to see. Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching my video. Once again, I'm Scott Startzman with the High Estates team and List Sotheby's International Realty. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button for more content like this. I put a link in the description below to our latest market report, so feel free to check that out. You can also learn more about Oahu's housing market at hiestates.com, and feel free to contact us for all your Oahu real estate needs.